All right, we're going to start by correcting the remembering side of 1/6. So first we just had some factor puzzles to figure out, so I'm just going to quickly go through those. Remember, you need to have every single space labeled around the outside and the mystery number from the inside completed. So we have 12, 8, and 15. I think it would be easy to start with 12 and 8 and think about what number goes into 12 and 8. I know 2 goes into it, but a bigger number that goes into it is what? 4. So let's put 4 on the left and 4 on the right. And then 4 times what number is 12? 3. So on the top, we can put 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. And then 3 goes into 15 how many times? 5. So 5 on the left, 5 on the right. And then 4 goes into 8 how many times? 2. So 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. And then 2 times 5 gives us our mystery number of 10. Number 2, we have 10, 12, and 15. Sounds kind of familiar to what was happening over here. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah.
Some of the same numbers. So 10 and 15, that's easy. What number goes into 10 and 15? 5. So 5 goes on the top, 5 goes on the bottom. How many times does 5 go into 10? 2. So 2 on the right and 2 on the left. How many times does 5 go into 15? 3. So 3 on the right, 3 on the left. And then how many times does 3 go into 12? 4. 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and then we do 2 times 4 gives us our mystery number of 8. Number 3, use the same numbers, 4 and 5, 4 and 5, 3 and 2, 2 and 3. So they're just kind of switched around a little bit. Number 3, we have 12, 27, and 63. I'm going to go down to this one because I think 27 and 63, to me, that catches my eye because I know that those are both in the 9 row in the multiplication chart. So 9 and 9. And then how many times does 9 go into 27? 3. So 3 on the bottom and 3 on the top. How many times does 3 go into 12? 4. 4 on the left, 4 on the right. How many times does 9 go into 63? 7. 7 on the bottom, 7 on the top. And we multiply 7 times 4, which equals 28. Number 4, we have 8, 28, and 63. So for this one, I'm looking at 28 and 63. And that kind of catches my eye because I know the only number that can go into both of those is 7. So 7 on the left, 7 on the right. 7 times what is 63? 9. 9 on the bottom, 9 on the top. 7 times what is 28? 4. So 4 on the bottom, 4 on the top. 4 times what is 8? 2. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And then we have 9 times 2 is 18. Over on number 5, we have 28, 32, and 72. So for these, I'm probably going to look at maybe 32 and 72. I know what number goes into both of those. 8. So 8 goes on the top, 8 goes on the bottom. 8 times 9 is 72, so 9 on the right, 9 on the left. 8 times 4 is 32, 4 on the right, 4 on the left. And then 4 times 7 is 28, 7 on the top, 7 on the bottom. 9 times 7 is 63. 63. Number 6, we have 36, 63, and 56. So for these, I know 56 and 63, they both have what number that goes into them? 7. 7 and 7, and they're 7 apart from each other. So 7 on the right, 7 on the left, and then 7 times 9 is 63, so 9 on the bottom and top. 9 times 4 is 36, so 4 on the right and left. 7 times 8 is 56, so 8 on the bottom and top. 4 times 8 gives us our mystery number of 32. All right, good. You guys should be starting to feel really comfortable with factor puzzles. So if you're not comfortable with factor puzzles yet, might be a good time to make an appointment to come see me at lunch and we can work on some together. Okay? Number 7, a store had 360 bottles of water. Some of the bottles were sold. Then there were 150 bottles. So how many bottles were sold? There's a couple different ways that you could possibly write this. That would be the answer, 210, right? So down here under answer, you can put 210, and of course we'd have to put a label of bottles. But what is the equation? We had to also represent the situation with an equation. And remember, an equation always has an equal sign in it. So what we could do, I'm going to give you a couple suggestions. You could do 360 minus n equals 150. That would be one way to write it. And do you need the letter n, or could you use any letter? Any letter would be fine. You could use the letter X, you could use the letter T, you could use the letter B for bottles. Sometimes I like to use a letter that matches whatever the situation is to help me remember what I'm trying to figure out. Abby?
Is it okay if you put 360 minus 150
Yep.
and put the
Yes, you could also put 360 minus 150 equals N, or you might have even done 150 plus N equals 360, or N plus 150 equals 360. You could have those as possibilities as well. So use your judgment when you're correcting your own paper, and whatever you have down, if it makes sense and the number 210 would fit in the place of your variable, then give yourself the points for that, okay? All right, number 8. There are 150 girls and 140 boys signed up for After School Science Club. How many students are signed up for the Science Club? So we would put, maybe the equation could be 150 plus 140 equals, I don't know, S for science. And then your answer would be 290 students. So you could have this reversed. You could have 140 plus 150 equals S or N or T or X or whatever you want, whatever letter you choose. But you should have a letter in it somewhere to make it into an equation. Okay. Number 9, a florist sold 4 fewer tulips than roses. The florist sold 80 roses. How many tulips did the florist sell? So you could say 80 minus 4 equals T for tulips, N if you just want to use N for the most common variable probably. And then your answer here would be 76 tulips. How many tulips did the florist sell? Number 10, Matt's string is 15 inches long. Sabrina's string is 3 times as long as Matt's. How long is Sabrina's string? So for this one, this has multiplication in it, right? Because of the word times. So you could do like 3 times 15 equals S for string, or you could do 15 times 3. Either way would be fine. And your answer should be 45 inches. All right, and number 11, stretch your thinking. Mario has 9 pictures to hang. This is extra credit, by the way. He hangs 2 rows with 3 pictures each. How many pictures does he have left to hang? Hint, use parentheses if you need to. So he has 9 pictures to hang all together. So I might start by starting with the number 9. And then I know he hangs 2 rows with 3 pictures each. So he hangs 2 times 3, 2 rows with 3 pictures each. And I'm going to use parentheses there just to help me in my mind to remember that I'm going to do that first. You might be familiar with order of operations where you always do multiplication before you would do subtraction. So you wouldn't need the parentheses, but you could use them if you want to. So 9 minus 2 times 3 equals N, or whatever. That's your equation. Or you could have 9 minus 2 times 3 equals N, or you could have your N first. N equals 9 minus 2 times 3. And your answer, though, is going to be what? 3 pictures. So if you did that, you can count that as 1 point of extra credit.